the Trailblazers defense that in the last 22 games has given up the fewest threes per game in the league. What allowed you to have a career night against a defense that prides itself on taking away the three?
Well, I mean, their big was in the drop some of the nights, so it allowed us to get downhill and have those threes right off the screens. But, I mean, we have a lot of good players that can, like, get into the paint and kick out, so helps us to space the floor and find your open shots.
Payton, was there a point tonight where you just kind of realized it was going to be like an explosive night? Was it the one in the corner over Scoot, or was it something else?
Not necessarily. I mean, really, I just like when I'm processing the game, it's just about taking the right shots, making the right reads. So I feel like if I do that and, you know, obviously if you get enough attempts, it should be a good night regardless. I mean, obviously you're going to have your down nights, but for the most part, just pride myself on making the right read every time.
Payton, when you're coming off of some of these screens, you know, Al or Luke setting, like, how much are you focusing on the angle of screen? Like, how much do they focus on that? Like, how much of that small part of the game?
I mean, I just make sure that my guy runs into the screen. They're unbelievable screen setters. Like, they get you wide open. But the job as a guard is just to set your guy up, run him into it, and then, you know, make the right read after that.
Did they not get you with the water? They posted the video of Derrick. Did they not get you in the locker room?
They got me on the court when I was doing the interview, so I already got a bunch of water thrown on me. It was cold, but we want to make sure that we got D. White too because he had a career night as well.
I was just going to ask you that. What was it like to kind of, you know, sometimes you'll see one of these nights, but how to kind of go through with him? You guys set a bunch of records, like most points by a duo, first time two guys hitting 9 threes.
Unbelievable. It was amazing to watch because some of the shots he was hitting were incredible too, and he wasn't hitting no rim, just straight water. So definitely fun to be out there with him and do it on a special night like this.
Payton, is any significance against a team that was kind of near your hometown?
It's always fun playing the Blazers. Grew up going to games, watching the Blazers, so it's special to play your hometown team and to go out and get a W and play well.
And what is it about? Is there anything different mentally in terms of your? I mean, you've always been a confident kid, but just this year, it just seems like whenever you release it, you know it's going in. What has brought that kind of supreme confidence?
I think the work over time has built up to, like you said, supreme confidence, and then having my teammates and the coaches to have the confidence in me now to allow me to have nights like this. So it's a little bit of both, but I'd always go back to the work. You know, over time it just builds and builds and builds, and finally you're seeing nights like this.
You guys, it's not often when Jason takes a night off. He was out. Kristaps and Drew were also out. Do you know going into this game, I'm going to need to do a little more? How do you change your mindset when you guys are that shorthanded?
Not necessarily. I mean, maybe I know I'm going to play a little bit more, but I go into the game, like I said, just trying to make the right reads because tonight could have been Sam Hauser's night. He hits 10 to 15 threes. Like, D. White does what he does. JB could have 50. Like, so I don't go into any night thinking, oh, it's my night. It's just you read the game and, you know, the ball ended up finding me. Next game, the ball might not find me at all, but, like, how am I going to impact the game? So, you know, that could be with rebounding and assists. You know, obviously if I get shots, I got to be ready to hit them. But every night's a different look, so you just got to be prepared for it.
You know, you entered the fourth quarter with 10 threes. You were one short of Smart's record for the franchise record. You took 1 3 in the fourth quarter. You kept passing up a lot of looks you could have forced to drive and kick and stuff like that. Why do you not gun for, like, those records to get the 50 burger, stuff like that?
I didn't even know I had 10 threes at the moment. But I wouldn't have gunned for it anyways because then it just sets a new standard. So I got something to eventually go for, and hopefully I'll break one day. But the biggest thing was just about getting the W, and they made a little push, so I wasn't going to force a look that wasn't there. I feel like that's disrespectful to the game, disrespectful to my teammates. But if I got in the flow and took a shot that was a good shot for us and broke it that way, then that's the right way to break it.
Just for most people have not experienced that feeling of just, you know, making that kind of history in front of this crowd. What does it feel like just from an emotion standpoint, especially like the MVP chants, the free throw line? I thought this was one of the better crowds of the year, but just from an emotional standpoint, what was kind of going through your mind?
Definitely special. You know, just having the crowd behind you. I know I have a lot of love out here, which I definitely appreciate. So to have a night like this and to see the crowd get behind me, you know, it makes me keep going and keep working hard to keep. You never know what the future can hold, so trying to keep striving for greatness.